It's been a nice time as LSCC President. It's been gratifying, but I think it's time that I retire. I had rehearsed what I was going to say, but then it kind of all went blank. It's time. I worked for a German boss in the semiconductor business. So I was in the semiconductor business for 37 years, and I was blessed to have a certain mentor. And that mentor always told me, 5 years, 5 years. Joe, you're shaking your head. You know where I'm going.
Had that same experience.
Yep. In the business world, when you enter a career position, really 5 years should be the limit of the time in that position. It takes a few years to learn the job. Then you can heavily influence and build an organization. And after 5 years, you're pretty well done. You become more of a caretaker. You don't have the same passion, and it's really time to move on to something else and take on a new challenge in life. And that time has come for me. It's been, I think, 6 years since John announced his retirement. I stepped in to manage the transition from the McCloskey era of 39 years to the new modern digital era. We've made some phenomenal changes and progress to the club in those 6 years. And now, I'm just so consumed with GFRC, absolutely consumed. I don't have the time, the energy, the passion anymore, and it's really time I turn it over to the next generation of leadership for the club. So this is where we are. I've got a few minutes, and I want to take the stage and talk about what happened in those 5 or 6 years, because it's phenomenal. If you think about the changes that we made to the club, the first goal of mine as the new president was to build a leadership team. Any organization that you take over as a business professional, you need resourcing. You need great people working for you and talent. And that's what happened. My first goal was to bring in the best volunteers I could find. Dale Miller accepted the position as Secretary Treasurer and done a phenomenal job. John Frost came in and took over as Educational Director. Look what happened. All right, Jim Macor. Jim's not here today, but Jim Macor and all his graphic artist capabilities completely enhanced our Grow Break Journal. And one of the first projects we did with Jim Macor was this. We branded the club. We created an identity for ourselves. And today, look at how many club shirts we have in the room. And everybody recognizes this symbol as the Liberty Seated Collectors Club. All right. So we've done a lot. We've progressed. The team has matured. And my role as president was also in the back of my mind thinking about succession planning. Because any strong leader with an organization always thinks ahead where he can replace himself and move on and leave behind an organization that's very strong and that will just move forward and be successful. And that's what I've been doing. So the GFRC business has just overwhelmed me, and it's that time to retire. So next slide. So effective the end of this year, I'm taking early retirement. I had 2 years on my term, but I think I will just serve 1 year and then turn it over to new leadership. There will be special club officer elections in the November ballot along November Grow Break Journal, along with all the other items. And I'm so happy to propose and nominate the following 2 individuals to take over leadership of the club. For president, Len Augsburger. I think this is a no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. You know, it's really Len's turn. Len has been club vice president. He's been secretary treasurer. I remember, I'll tell a little story. I remember when John announced his retirement as club president. And right after that, Bill Burgert, myself, and Len, we kind of rushed off into a room and said, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And we all looked at each other and we said, who's going to be the next president? And I looked at Bill, and Bill said, nope. Says, I'm too busy. I looked at Len. Len said, nope. So I said, well, okay, I'll do it. But in my heart, I knew that Len had to have his time as club president. He's a well-recognized numismatic author. You don't see the behind the scenes that go on every month at the leadership team meeting. Len is the guy that runs the meeting. He's the guy that keeps the notes. And I've never seen a person issue meeting minutes about 2 minutes after the meeting finishes. You can hear the keys clacking during the meeting as he's typing. So Len is kind of like that drum that keeps the rhythm. You know the crewing teams and there's somebody that keeps the rhythm? This is the guy. He's on top of every issue, documents. So I feel incredibly comfortable turning over the leadership to Len and know he will be an incredible president. So Len, my best wishes come the beginning of next year, and I know you will be elected. All right, then we got Dennis. Now Dennis had to start working in the regional program because in the McCloskey area, I was the one that set up the original regional program, and Dennis was working closely with me. And then when I became president, Dennis looked at me and said, hey, Gerry, I really want to take over the regional program. And he did. And look what happened. Look where we are today. We probably got the best outreach of any numismatic club in the business. And it's passionate. You can see the passion, all the shows we do. So Dennis has done a phenomenal job in building up a core part of the club. So now it's his turn. So Dennis is being nominated to take over as vice president. And I fully support Dennis, and I believe he will be easily elected. So this will be the new leadership team of the club. So congratulations to both individuals. I really hope this is a slam dunk in terms of membership approval. I don't believe anybody will step up and provide other nominations. Being an officer of the Liberty Seated Collector Club takes a lot of energy and time, and it takes special people. And these two people are really, really special. So with that, I say my goodbyes. This is my last annual meeting. I'll still continue to be an LSCC member, and I'll be able to devote more time to other things that I want to do with my life. Thank you.